I forgot this particular mission goes according to the events of the first movie. So these Triceratops have to get sick. Can I? What you taking the picture?
All right.
As I'll ever be.
Of your discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I think everything is going pretty well. Everybody can hear. Everybody good.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let me set that up to multi-stream. Welcome to the N.W.A. Nerds with Attitude. I am Shin the Hero. I have Animus Prime, JR.
What is up, peoples?
And I have Hunter Rage, Isaac.
What up, everybody?
Other members of the N.W.A. My co-host. This is our first live stream. So
Is this our first?
Ish.
Well, first ish. I see.
Oh.
I see somebody in the chat right now. Wrinkled toes. Of course, I'm in the middle. I set everything up. Anyway, so we're gonna be talking about some recent things and then some off-topic things, like the show things that we got going on. I already did the introductions and everything because us, you've seen our videos and everything like that. But I'll be asking the boys what they're playing and what they're watching. After that, we'll be talking about Flash in jail because that boy Ezra Miller is turning out.
Again.
Oh, jeez.
We have the Kingdom Hearts 4 news because that's a thing. We have Thor: Love and Thunder. The trailer just dropped yesterday. Pretty sure it's the teaser trailer. And we're gonna ask a question. I'm looking at this. Is beating the game on the lowest difficulty still beating the game? I saw that as a pretty good thing. And then Isaac dropped us a culture. I think that's what the website called.
Yeah.
Article where they named the top 10 best PlayStation games, and I'm thinking it's PlayStation 1, and then at the end we're gonna do one of these gotta go. So stay tuned to all of that. Let's go ahead, get back, and Isaac.
Yeah.
What are you playing and or watching right now, sir?
That's convenient.
Perfect. That's perfectly placed.
I'm like the what's her name on Wheel of Fortune? Vanna White.
Oh, what is
If
it?
only I could touch it and like it changes. But yeah, I'm playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 right now. But I'm playing that and finishing up Elden Ring because like I think I'm close to the end of it. Sadly, because that game has been an absolute journey, and I felt like I really needed to take a break from it because it took over. Like everybody who's been playing it can agree with me. That game takes over your life for a good while. So I'm playing that. As for what I'm watching, I finished Ultraman Season 2 the other day, which was only 6 episodes, and it was way too short. But it was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Season 3, 2023.
Yeah, I saw. They had Ultraman in a crater, dude. I was like,
the final.
Are we ending this thing already? 'Cause I thought the manga was still going, so I can't believe they're wrapping it up so quickly. But I just finished watching that, and then Pacific Rim The Black final season came out today, so I'm probably gonna binge that later. Yeah, it came out today.
Yeah.
I might have to cock
Yeah, I was
somebody.
planning it.
I mean, I'm not have to cock anybody. Netflix, we support the official release here. Yeah.
That's still official release. You're just official releasing it on somebody else's thing. I have no shame.
JR, what are you playing and what are you watching?
Recently, because I just got it like a week ago. I'm playing Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, and I'm having a blast. Just the nostalgia of it, because I played the other Lego game like around when, I don't think when it first came out, but yeah, I had it for the Wii, the complete saga, and which is kind of ironically named now. So
Yeah.
yeah. Now it's the complete saga, and we still don't even know if they're gonna stop it there. So, but yeah, I'm focusing on. I haven't even beaten all of the stories yet, because like the next chapter of it would be The Last Jedi, and I'm just taking my time.
I get it.
Like I didn't want to relive all that, but now I'm focusing on unlocking like almost all the characters, because it's like 380 characters.
Jeez.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's super. Yeah, it's a super roster. But yeah, and I can play as Jabba the Hutt. I got Jabba the Hutt.
You play as Jabba the Hutt.
That is the most. That is the most hilarious thing. Like he's like slugging around, just and his idle pose is always just like when you first see him in Return of the Jedi. Like he's always like to the side, even when he's like slinking away with his slug tail. It's so weird. But I love it. I love it. I love the whole thing.
He's so gross.
Can he fight?
Yeah, he fights. They all fight. They all, like even you could even play as Han while he's in carbonite, like when he's like this. Yeah, and he fights. Like he can move and fight. He's like.
I swear, man, this is only something a Lego game can get away with. I swear.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic. Whew.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
You watching anything?
As watching, I haven't been watching a lot of stuff. I haven't been watching anything actually. Just some YouTube videos. Recently, I've been getting into this YouTuber named Bionic Pig, and mostly he just does reviews for like bad and or good or underrated movies, and the way that he describes them is just hilarious. It's just hilarious to me. But yeah, shout out to Bionic Pig.
Alright.
He makes some good content.
Alright. I'm playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That came out?
Yeah, that came
cool.
out. I'm not really saying I'm enjoying the game because I still have my qualms about it. Mainly because there's no real melee character. How you gonna be Dungeons and Dragons and I can't be goddamn monk? I'm so mad. I can't run around and give these hands to me. I gotta pew pew pew. Oh man, it was a missed opportunity in my opinion. But like, man, I'm playing with my one of my homeboys, my best friend, and he likes Borderlands 3 more, but I mean, I'm not really a Borderlands fan, but yeah. And I go back and forth when I really want to hate myself. I go back to Sifu. I really want to hate myself because they just did some updates and everything, and they took away I feel like the reason why they did this was because no, y'all can't cheese our game. This was a glitch, even though it wasn't a glitch. That wasn't a glitch. So somehow somebody figured out how to cheese the third boss, the chick who got like the connection bow staff thing with the blades and everything. She's like a ninja, quote unquote, and you can cheese her the first form if you go into the battle with a sword or a knife, and you could go through that whole fight without getting touched, and you can just do this one combo over and over. The second form of her fight, you can't do that. Like you couldn't do that. But the first form you could. But the second form is relatively easy if you got some stuff unlocked. They took all that away, and now and I feel like they buffed her. I feel like they made her way stronger. I'm playing what? I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that game is. NordVPN. Anyway, but they made her way harder, in my opinion. They made her even worse than freaking the second boss. But I mean, I beat the game, but It was one of those things I only did once and I ain't doing it again. But when I hate myself, or I had a hard day and I just want to be even more mad, I just play. I play that. But yeah, Tiny Tina is one of the things that I'm playing. Watching though, I'm watching a lot, especially anime this season. I could go like an hour on all the anime I'm watching, but I am not. So I'm just gonna give y'all 3 shows for the spring season that you should watch, like 100% watch. Number 3 is Love After World Domination After Love, or Love After World Domination. It is, they were catering to me in this show. No joke. It is, here's the premise. There is a Power Ranger team called the Gelato 5, mind you. They are based off Jello, dog. They are based off Jello. That's their theme. That's their motif. That's their team. That's their motif.
They look cool though.
They do look cool. And the Red Ranger, their leader, has fell in love with one of their main generals of the bad guy faction. And they legitimately become girlfriend and boyfriend, and they have to hide it she has to hide it from her evil team, and he has to hide it from his Power Ranger team. And it's just a wholesome, I mean, there is some etchy stuff and whatnot, but it's just a wholesome romance. And it's just right, and the fight scenes in this is just great too, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the first 2 episodes are out on Crunchyroll. You can watch it on Crunchyroll.
I'll have to watch that one. That one sounds good to me.
My screen is black. How's the screen black? I don't know. I'm not gonna listen to this nigga because I know who that nigga is.
Unless he's just talking about your skin color. I don't know.
He might be. But it's basically like Romeo and Juliet. The second one that I am watching and following is I don't know if this is going to be the best anime this season, but I'm relatively enjoying it. It's a soccer anime, and it's made by the same people who did Kuroko no Basketball and Haiku. And one of the main reasons, one of the main reasons I'm watching it though is because the main character's mom, she can get it. The mom can get it. I thought it was like the sister or something, but no, dog, that's his mother. And I was like, what? But like, it's basically like Haiku but soccer. That's what I think. It's like Aoshi Boys or something like that. And then the number one, which is probably going to be, it's the most hyped one, is Spy X Family. And for those who don't know what Spy X Family is, Spy X Family, I give you the quick premise. The mother is an assassin, but the husband does not know. Vice versa, the husband is a highly regarded spy, but the wife doesn't know. They got a kid who they adopted, and she can read minds, and they don't know she can read minds. So she knows. Oh my God. She knows he's a spy and she's an assassin, and she thinks that's so cool. And she makes some of the ridiculous most faces in here. I've read the manga before this even was became an anime and everything like that, and it's one of Shonen Jump's premier mangas. So like, there's that. I feel like this is probably gonna, and there's some fight scenes up in this, man. It is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous how good this animation is. One more like honorable mention. I want to say this is called Birdie, but it's about golf. I hate golf and it's boring. However, this got cute girl. It's like cute girls, but like this is like the main character. The main premise. I'll give you a quick premise. The main character, she has she instead of playing like golf, she don't know how to play golf, but she goes around in these underground golf tournaments, driving range things. Yeah, dog, and she shot a golf ball through a moving train for somebody. Yeah, and the animation looked beautiful, dog. And then she goes to this tournament and meets the princess of golf or something like that. Dog, it's like Prince of Tennis, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy it. But that's what I'm watching and everything like that.
I can't say I'm not interested. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The shooting a golf ball through a moving train is like, oh well, I have to see it to believe it now. So I guess I might as well watch it.
All right, so let's go ahead and move into. I know y'all. This is probably old news to most people. For the most part, but Ezra Miller, The Flash, the DC,
Crazy.
the DC, what is it? DC universe,
EU.
EU,
Yeah, something like that.
Flash.
Yeah.
Who has a movie coming out, and they already shot stuff for this movie, got arrested in Hawaii. So the thing that happened was he was being like hosted by this family, and one thing come from another, and Buddy just comes straight out of nowhere, straight out of Compton, and says, bust in their room, I'ma kill y'all and whatnot. And the couple puts a restraining order on him. And he gets arrested and everything. And right now, WB had to have like an emergency meeting. And they was like, we need to do something about this cat, man. So what y'all feel? How y'all feel about that, man?
I mean, if we're being super honest,
do you think he need to get recasted?
I mean, I've been wanting Flash to get recasted for a while now. So,
I mean, people are already saying, people were saying that they want the guy from the TV Flash to come in.
I'm just looking in the chat, and we got the fourth soprano. I see what you did there. They just said he got arrested for second-degree assault again today. He threw a chair at a woman and gave her a half an inch cut.
Jeez.
It's just one thing after another with this guy.
Dog. So,
oh my goodness.
That's strike 3, bro. He's out. I swear he's gonna be out after this.
I'm like
exactly. Like
I'm like a 97% sure WB ain't gonna do nothing. In all honesty, this is.
Jeez.
I mean, I don't wanna be that guy, but he kind of privileged. And
they probably won't do anything until after his movie is released, because that's kind of like it would be bad press for the movie itself if Ezra Miller gets straight up fired like right before his movie comes out.
I mean, it's bad press right now.
But that's for like the actor himself, not for like the movie.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, like, frankly,
he's getting crazy.
The dude aside, I didn't like him as Flash all that much anyway. I mean, I got my qualms mostly about the way he runs. I can't stand it. It looks
That man be
dumbest thing I've ever
swimming,
seen in my
man. He
life.
be swimming.
He be ice skating like, oh,
Okay. But here's the thing with his running that I've been noticing. Like, he always does like this whenever, like, some kind of calming technique or something. Like, whenever he runs, like,
which is fine.
it looks weird. It looks weird, but the execution, like, I kind of understand it. It's just that the execution of it is just strange.
But
like,
then again,
you gotta run in a different.
We don't have many good references for good, like, high-speed running characters in live action, I feel like.
What you talking
Like,
about? They got a
Flash.
TV show.
The TV.
They got
They got a TV show of him
man.
run, and
They got a
it honestly
TV
looks
show.
better than in the movie.
That's not good running.
And it
either.
honestly looks better in some parts than in the movie.
I am.
But like, I mean, with what they did with Quicksilver, for instance, Quicksilver in like the X-Men movies, his scenes were great.
Look at
because
Sonic.
It's just basically him slowed down.
He didn't have to do anything crazy, and it was like he was just being normal, and everything was stopped around him, so that was fine. And then like Quicksilver in the Avengers movies, they didn't really do that much to show him running, where it was just kind of like a blur or whatever.
Yeah.
But then with these Flash movies, or with the Justice League movie and all that, when you have to watch him run, you got to watch him run for a solid like 10 seconds. Everything's rushing past him, but you have to watch him run, and you're like, nah, no thanks. I don't think so.
So, do y'all feel like, as I'm seeing in the chat, Force Soprano has said they just need to give Grant Gustin the job and call it a day, make him the Flash. Y'all agree?
I'd be behind that.
Already-
Yeah.
I would be behind that because the Flash is like my favorite out of all of the CW DC shows, which isn't saying much to be honest. But Grant Gustin, he does a fantastic job. He does a really good job
man.
portraying
Legends of
Barry
Tomorrow.
Allen. Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow is wonderful. That's all I'm saying, man.
Oh my god.
I love Legends. Not Legends right now.
I can't.
Like the first two seasons of
I
Legends.
can't. Okay, the first two seasons they weren't bad, but as the series gone on, it just became more ridiculous. It's I need to watch Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah, because I've seen clips of that, and I was like, damn, this actually looks pretty good. I need to get into this. Yeah.
I feel like if anything, if they do get rid of Ezra, I think what they'll do is like they won't just straight up be like, all right, you're fired. They're just gonna write Barry out somehow, and we'll get literally anybody else, like Wally or what's the other kid's name?
Or
Bart.
Is it Bart?
There's no way we
Bart.
get Bart.
Bart.
Bart is from the
I
future.
don't know, man.
Yeah, he's well. I mean, if this is a Flashpoint movie, we could get like a version of Barry who could possibly look like another person. And even in the Flash show, they even showed Ezra Miller.
Ezra
as
does
the
show
Flash.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
He does show up, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. They could stop the Flash show right then and there. Just have him come over to the DCEU. He'll be the savior that we all desperately need.
At least he can run.
He can run.
He has a better run than Ezra does, yeah.
Exactly. And with movie magic, it'll probably look even
better.
more stunning.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into this Kingdom Hearts 4 reveal announcement trailer. I don't know why they did that. Why did
You mean the test footage? You mean that test footage?
Why did they do that?
Alpha.
Why does
not even fully rendered.
why does Sora have real feet now? Why does he got real feet? Where is his real? He got real shoes on now too, man. Like
Why is he Spider-Maning everywhere? Why is he parkour?
What happened?
I stopped trying to figure it out.
I never started. Like I was just going with the flow of things.
Honestly, I ain't even played Kingdom Hearts 3, so I don't. I can't
haven't
even
played 2.
Well, 2, you're missing out. 2 is great. You should play 2. You're missing out on that. You should play 2. 2 is probably the best one out of all of them. There's like 17 of them, but like 2 is the best.
I tell you what, man. As good as this game looks, it's not a real game. It's not real.
It doesn't look like it. Really doesn't. Have you seen the part? Have you seen the part where he's like sliding down this collapsing hallway?
Yeah.
It doesn't even look. It's not even fully rendered. It's not like there's no textures in that hallway at all.
It's not a real game. I'm telling you, man.
You don't put test footage.
They're wrestling Kingdom Hearts fans jimmies, man. They know this is what Kingdom Hearts fans want, and they're like, "See, here it is, but you'll never get it." Meanwhile, here's Babylon's Fall. That was an ass game. Here's also Avengers. That was also an ass game. Like Square Enix right now is they got some kissing up to do. I feel like their past 3 like live service games have been not very good, especially because like I was really excited for Babylon's Fall, and they were like, "Yeah, it's live service." I was like, "No, thanks." That one was hurtful, man. I'm telling you, it was so exciting when they first showed that game off, and they were like, "No, it's going to be a live service game." It's like, you lost me. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
Nope. I don't know, man. Like I do agree this isn't a real game and it doesn't exist. Yo, what up? what up? We got some more people. Yeah, King Rock, you are correct, Frotastic. Kingdom Hearts 4 is not real. It's not a game, and it's it does not exist. You are correct. I don't even think 5 people like Kingdom Hearts 3, bro. That's the thing. Like that's the biggest thing, man. Like I ain't even played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I know it's trash, man. Like it's just I don't know, man. Like I'm just mad that they gave Sora real feet and they took away his shoes. He got real shoes.
Focusing on his feet.
They were showing his feet. He got real feet, and he don't got his big clown shoes no more, man. Like he got real people's shoes, and I'm like, what?
Okay. Here's my thought about that. Like, the whole setting was in like the modern world, so it might be like when he transferred over there, he got real life proportions. Like even his hair is not even as crazy as it used to be.
You okay, Isaac?
It's weird.
It's just really funny. I love how hard up you are about the feet.
Dog, man.
That's it. That's like his signature trait.
Yes, I mean, he has some ridiculous big ass feet, and he has some big ass clown
that
shoes.
Matches with all the Disney.
Yeah, clown
that
shoes on, man.
The Disney aesthetics.
Dog, he had clown shoes on, and I'm like, y'all took him away. He got red, and it's not even J's he got on. It's like New Balances or something. He got like New Balance on now, man. Like, come on.
The ergonomic.
How you fighting Heartless? How are you fighting
correctly?
How are you fighting Heartless with New Balances on? That's all I'm saying. That's all.
But he's jumping all over the place. He's mostly in the air. But
are y'all hyped for this Kingdom Hearts? Are y'all hyped about this Kingdom Hearts 4 though?
I would say I can't be hyped for a game that's not real, but I'm hyped for a Platinum Games Power Ranger game. So, and I know that's never happening. So, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been hyped for a Kingdom Hearts game because I haven't played any of them. Oh, what? No, that's not true. I played one. I played part of 2, and that was it. So I'm not terribly into it.
My man Fro has said, now I can't say it must be the shoes when he's flying around with his crazy vertical jumps. You know it's not the shoes though. Like he got New Balances on. Come on.
New Balance.
Kingdom Hearts 4 not being exist. You know what else got a 4? Thor 4. Thor Love and Thunder. The trailer or the teaser came out yesterday. How many times did you watch it, Isaac?
I watched it 3 times.
How many times?
Which is very small.
How many times you watched it, JR?
I only watched it 2 times. The first time was when Isaac posted it on the chat, and I watched it a second time with my mom and my sister. And my mom is so damn glad that he's back to not being fat.
Yeah.
That he's fit again. Because her one disappointment in Endgame was that Thor became fat. Like she loved Chris Hemsworth. And then she was distraught. She was really distraught when she saw Fat Thor. I laughed, but she was like, "Oh no, what did they do to my man?" Yes.
I'm sorry, Darth Mike. I'm sorry, Darth Mike. In the chat, he was like, "Damn, I wear New Balances." I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
You called out everybody there.
You can't fight. You can't fight no Heartless in New Balance. That's all I'm saying. It is a very comfortable shoe, but you can't fight no crime.
Everybody with
you
New
cannot
Balance.
fight no crime in no New Balances. I'm sorry. Anyway, there was a lot that happened in that. Like, I feel like this teaser of Thor told us everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
Also,
showed us how he got in shape again.
Also, shout out to in the beginning of the trailer when we were getting Kid Thor, Teenage Thor, Adult Thor. Teenage Thor had comic accurate costume, dog.
Accurate.
He had the comic accurate. I was like, what? And at the end of the trailer, y'all saw female Thor. I feel like we shouldn't have seen that, even though they was already hyping it up beforehand. We already know it's Jane and everything.
Yeah, we already knew it was coming. So
I personally think she looks trash. This is a travesty to Jane Foster Thor in the comments because I love that run. She looks terrible. Her costume looks terrible. The helmet looks too big for her. Her cape is swallowing that little girl. I mean, yeah, sure, she got some gains. She got some good muscle, but that costume looks like something from the Halloween store. That's what it looks like. It's terrible. I don't like it. I hate it so very much. On the side note, though, Mjolnir has cracks and everything in there. So here's my theory about that. I think they're doing what they're doing in the comic run right now because his hammer, long story short, he had to fight his hammer, the god of hammers. You find out that is a sentient storm, cosmic storm that Odin
I swear, I haven't read a comic book in a while.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
the
fell off
hammer.
on that.
Odin trapped the sentient storm in the hammer, and that's what gave it its power and everything like that. Fast forward, the hammer. Fast forward, Jane Foster threw the hammer in the sun for reasons I can't get into that right now. But she threw the hammer in the sun. The hammer came back as the god of hammers and all that junk, and was bodying Thor and everything like that. And then the hammer is, in order for Thor to beat him, he had to destroy his hammer. But at the end of this run that just recently happened, at the end of this run, the hammer is back, it's reformed, and it has cracks just like in the trailer. However, it's not glowing blue. The cracks are orange, mainly because I think Odin is in the hammer now. But don't ask me about that. Just know I think they are combining a lot of things, because like they're also doing from what I heard, because of the villain, they're doing Thor, the God Butcher storyline with Jane Foster, and I don't think they're gonna do a little original sin, because the reason why Jane Foster even has the hammer in the first place is because of the original sin, and Nick Fury whispered something in Thor's ear, and then he lost control of the hammer. He couldn't wield it no more. He became unworthy. You find out that what Nick Fury whispered was Gore was right, and kind of like how Griffith did nothing wrong, but like it's like that. It's like that, but I think they're putting in a bunch of things, because like you see in the trailer, you also see some big aliens, and then you also see Zeus. So like I think you're leading
the
up,
Olympians are coming.
You're leading up to that, where Gore is about to just run the gauntlet through these gods. I just hope they keep freaking Batman in his makeup. Like he does not become human or anything like that. I want them to keep Christian Bale in the makeup. He needs to look like Gore the Thor, the God Butcher the whole time, man. That's what I think.
See, because like I only know what Gore looks like in the comics, and I'm frankly happy with this trailer. I feel like I could take this trailer and wait for the movie from here on. I know they're not going to do that. I know we're going to get another trailer. We're going to see Gore. We're going to see, at least some action scenes, because that was another thing. There's barely any action scenes in this trailer, besides like the end where they show Jane in her Thor outfit and everything. But I feel like I had a theory about the hammer as well, because the cracks in it and everything. Because I was thinking about it, like what's the place that built Stormbreaker for Thor in the movie?
The Forge.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna like rebuild Mjolnir for her somehow. I don't know who. That's the other thing, because I've never read that run of the comics, so I don't know how she becomes Thor, and I don't know how she gets the hammer, how she gets all the powers, and like what leads up to that kind of thing. So I'm kind of curious to see how they work that into this movie. I don't know if I want to read it beforehand. I feel like I should.
How
just
Marvel
to read a comic book again.
You know how Marvel movies do, man. Like they're not gonna do one for one. They just pull things here and there. But like I said in the trailer, there's like a scene straight out the comic book run in the freaking trailer.
The big monster, right?
Yeah.
The big dead monster.
It's right out of that's like ripped page for page.
It's like 1-to-1 from the comic. Yeah, I saw it.
So like I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at the chat here. We got Fro. He was like, "What if Master Form changes him into some J's?" Then maybe we talk. We talk then. We talk then.
Talking about the shoes.
But yeah. And then he was like, "Does anyone even like Natalie Portman? Cause she's on record not liking Marvel." That is true. She don't like Marvel like that.
That's true.
And then Hugh Moss said there's not enough figures in the background. You are correct, sir. You are correct. Armor Wars is supposed to be a TV show with Don Cheadle. I think we might be getting that next year.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a Marvel show.
Yeah.
And I agree, Fro. I want Beta Ray Bill too. Maybe Thor.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say this. We got that man Thor goats. We got his goats, dog. We got his goats. Those goats are amazing. Those goats helped him bop freaking Apocalypse in the movie. Not in the movie, in the comics. There was a comic book run where I don't know about Frank Castle, man. I don't know about Punisher. I just know about certain things. Can't tell you about. But the goats, they're powerful. They're some beasts. That's all I gotta tell you. That's all I'll say.
I can't wait to see how crazy this movie gets.
As
crazy as Ragnarok was.
Do y'all need another trailer after this though? Do you want a full trailer? And are you going to watch it if one does come out?
I feel like I need a full trailer because I don't know enough about anything what this movie would be about. I mean, this whole teaser trailer, it tells you enough to get like an inkling about what it's about. It's like Thor trying to find his way in life. Like he's done with the Avengers. He's trying to find himself, having his own spiritual journey or something like that. And then we see Lady Thor at the end, and I kind of want to know how she fits into all of that, how she fits into all of this, because I know this won't be like super comic accurate because Marvel doesn't have like a track record of doing that, but they are able to like spin it to where it's like that it's a good story overall. So I just wanted to. I do want like another like trailer a little bit down the line. Just at least one. There's at least one that would be able to explain a bit more about where this journey is probably heading to.
Isaac?
Not enough that it spoils the movie though.
Yeah, we definitely don't want a trailer that spoils the whole thing, or shows us stuff that ends up not being in the movie. Looking at you, Morby,
because they are known to do that too.
Which
will throw you off.
I mean, they already did some kind of trailer editing magic. Like, there's a scene where he's got with Korg, and Korg got pants on for some reason. But like Korg and him are standing. Thor and Korg are standing together, and like it's a scene. Clearly, someone is standing next to them, but they like cut them out or something like that. Like there's a big ass open space right there next to Thor. There's clearly someone standing there. But they're hiding that person though.
Which, I mean, that's fine because like that's, that keeps a good surprise. But like, when you get a trailer for a movie and they show you so many different things, and then you go see the movie and those things are not in the movie at all, but you see where they were supposed to be in the movie, and you're like, that felt like it was probably important, and you cut out the wrong thing. We definitely don't want that. I'm fine with this trailer. Like, I mean, I was already, even before the trailer came out, I was gonna go see the movie anyway. But if we get another one, yeah, I'll watch it. And like I said, like JR said, hopefully it doesn't spoil everything that happens, but they usually don't do that, so I think we should be fine.
Alright, so I'm gonna look at the chat real quick before we move on. Frotastic, he had asked, do you think this is a send-off for Thor being the main character in the MCU? Like him being the Odin, quote-unquote, with quotation marks, like character mentor for the new phase Avengers, only showing up in cameos and whatnot after? And then, or do you think he will be like the last OG Avenger on the team? And then Dark Mike, he said he was like overweight beer drinking Thor did it for me, and he loved the Rocket and Thor dialogue the best. So there's that.
Yes.
But back to what Fro had asked. Do y'all think this is like a send off for Thor, for the Thor character, or do you think Chris Hemsworth is gonna be he's staying? Cause like technically his contract was up. His contract was up, and he was done. But he read the script and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get back on for this one." So
it might be, because it feels like a send off. Like maybe when he's at the end of his journey, we won't really see him in any more movies, and I think that's when Lady Thor will take over. That's what it feels like to me a little bit.
All right. Let's go ahead and move into the video game stuff. So, like, I'm gonna ask you and the viewers who's watching right now, I'm gonna ask this question. We all might have different opinions and whatnot on it, but do you feel like if you beat the game beat this video game, even though it has like the hardest difficulty on here, do you feel like if you beat the game on the lowest difficulty, on easy, does that still count as you beating the game? Carl had comments down below, but Isaac and JR, how do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like you're playing the game for real on the hardest difficulty? Because again, like for those who don't know, Isaac is a masochist, and he like just jumping into playing the game on the hardest difficulty straight out the gate.
I knew we were going to talk about this.
And then he gets really upset when he keeps dying. He's like, man, fuck this game. I'm like,
yeah, and then I pick it back up, and then I beat it, and then I have fun. I don't, like...
The question is though, do you feel like playing it on easy counts as you completing the game or beating the game?
They make an easy mode for a reason. Everybody should be able to enjoy a game. If
whether it's on easy or hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
beating it on easy, like if you wanted to go through the game like purely for enjoyment or purely for like you want to go through it on just being able to go through the story without having that much of a challenge, like you're still like finishing the game however you want to. It just happens to be easy mode. Like majority of people, they play it on normal. And they get the same result. Beating on easy is the same result. You still finish the game. Whether or not you want to up the difficulty and go again, or just leave it at that, is entirely up to you.
Isaac?
I mean, I feel the same way. just because I like putting my games on hard doesn't mean I'm a masochist.
You got upset with Force. You got upset with Force Unleashed because you had it on the highest difficulty. Like you texted me saying this game is trash. I keep fucking dying. The controls suck. The enemies are hard.
It was glitchy. There was some dumb shit happening. It had nothing to do with the difficulty.
Then I asked you, what difficulty do you have it on? And you were like,
The difficulty doesn't. A game being bad has no. The difficulty has no bearing on a game being bad. This is my thing. You can't talk about a game being too hard if the game just literally plays like ass. The game just is running terribly. That's a thing by itself. Yes, if you put the game on easy, they make an easy mode for a reason because some people don't want to play it on a higher difficulty. They can play it on easy, get the story assuming what game it is, of course. They get the story. If they enjoy it enough, they can go back through on a different difficulty and do whatever the hell they want. Me personally, I just like to go ahead and start on a hard one anyway. Because if I beat that hard one, I can only go up from there. That's just me wanting to challenge myself. And that's why I like the Dark Souls games, why I like Elden Ring, why I like Bloodborne. They don't really have a difficulty setting, although there are ways you can make that game way harder for yourself, but some of them is just like, this is dumb. Why do you do this to yourself? And even for me, it's like, no thanks. I don't think I want to do that. Like, there's runs of this dude's been on all the Elden Ring news lately. He calls himself Let Me Solo Her, where he literally wears a jar. He's completely naked except for some underwear, and he's holding two katanas. And I swear to God, I've seen video of this guy.
That's weird.
He walks in there and he beats the unholy shit out of one of the hardest bosses in that game because he's just that good. And it's mesmerizing to watch. Because I feel like you could probably do that on an easy mode, but again, knowing how hard the game is anyway, and he still does that, it's cool to watch. And it's cool to see that some people can get can train themselves to get to a certain point like that. And it's the same way with fighting games, input motions like the motion inputs or auto combos, stuff like that. Those are fine and everything, but as long as it doesn't hinder the overall experience for everyone who's playing it, because you don't want to water down a game for people, for if you water it down for newcomers, that's fine, because you want to get people to come play your game. But you don't want to water it down to the point where you lose your already loyal fan base because now the game, because they've simplified it to a certain point, you're now alienating the people who have been there the whole time for because they've built up this I feel like I'm going on a rant. Anyway.
Yeah, at least you're on topic.
Yeah.
Look, all right, so I'm gonna read some of the things that were said in the chat about said topic. Dark Mike was like, no, I never play on easy. The more you die, the better you get. Debatable.
I mean, that's how it works.
Debatable.
Trial and error.
To me, the more I die, the more I'm upset and never want to play it again.
Yeah, play Sifu and see how you feel. All right. Frotastic says yes. The dev put options in intentionally, so a wide audience can beat their game and experience it, get their money's worth. Totally counts. Anthony Martin. Yes, if I experience the content story, then that's what I'm here for. Plus, I'm old and I can't match buttons with the velocity of a younger, more agile player. Yo, I love Ant. I love Ant. I love Ant.
I feel that.
I love
I
Ant.
felt that. Oh, jeez.
Dark Mike also said, I don't feel fulfilled if I don't beat the game. If I beat the game on the lowest difficulty. Aunt Martin also brought up, like, I like buffalo wings. Does it count if I don't get the atomic nuclear sauce? He got a point.
He does have a point.
He got a point. The fourth soprano. Yes, the players should get to dictate how they want to progress through a game. But the act of completing it, no matter what level of difficulty, counts as far as semantics. Frotastic, that being said, I don't think every game needs options. Some games are made and balanced around certain difficulties and mechanics, and most options change health and damage and etc. etc. And then he goes on about the dev's vision. It will compromise the dev's vision. He also says, I also like to play on the hardest difficulty in games, but option for players to dictate that challenge is more than okay, and it doesn't invalidate beating the game. Only memes say otherwise. Dark Mike said, I don't like my enemies getting nerfed to make it easy. And yes, I love Atomic Hot Wings. You're a madman, Dark Mike. His name is Darth Mike. That is his name.
That's a good name.
He is a Sith.
See, here's my problem. I hate when people play a game, for instance. They play a game on the easiest difficulty, the story difficulty, or whatever you want to call it, where they just enjoy the story. They finish it and they're like, I didn't really enjoy that game. It was too easy. You put it on the easiest difficulty, ramp it up a little bit, and they ramp it up and they're like, oh, this game's trash. It's too hard. See? It's not the game. It's you. You being a little bitch. Don't take the game back. Give it to somebody who's going to enjoy it. That's what's annoying to me. If you want to play it on the easy difficulty,
that's unappreciative.
It's unappreciative. I wish I had like a choir button, like, you know, a Pentecostal choir when somebody says something really good.
That is not how that works. All right.
Unappreciative.
At the end of the day, people, the N.W.A, Nerds with Attitude, say, you play whatever difficulty you want. If you're enjoying the game on easy, medium, hard, and you beat it, I would say you beat the game. That's just us. That's just our 2 cents. We're moving on to our very last. They want kid level hard. Keisha D.
Like, up the difficulty on the Lego games.
We moving on to our very last topic, where it is a article from Cultured. I've never seen this news place before, but they labeled the top 10 PlayStation games of all time. PlayStation 1 games, mind you.
Yeah.
I looked at this list. I'm pretty sure Isaac is the one who brought the list to my attention. I don't know if JR looked at the list, but
I'm gonna tell you, I probably never played any of these.
You have.
Except one.
2.
Just one.
I am
3.
going to run down these games, and chat, you tell me if you agree. Now, these are PlayStation 1. These are PlayStation 1 games. I don't have a PlayStation 1. I do. It's at my mom's house. But I'm pretty sure it's at my mom's house. Like, I'm like 100% sure it's at my mom's house. All right, I'm about 75% sure it's at my mom's house.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds about right.
Anyway. Number 10 is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I feel like that should have been higher on the list, but that's just me.
I only really remember playing Spider-Man and what was it, Private something. It was some scantily clad woman. Yeah, that's
That's not surprising. Jeez. Makes sense now.
Anyway, number 9, we got Gran Turismo 2. I actually remember playing this.
Yeah, I do remember playing that. Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crash Team Racing at number 7. Dog, my boy Tiny, he was my main in that game.
Yeah. Is that number 7, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I feel like Crash Team Racing should have been like number 10, and Tony Hawk should have been higher. And Metal Gear Solid should have been higher too. Number 6 is a game I ain't even never heard of. It's a soccer game. It's ISS Pro Evolution. Apparently, this stuff was super popular. It was super popular, but like y'all heard of this? Y'all played this game?
Nope.
I think I saw it once. I've never played it myself though.
I played FIFA. Number 5. Number 5 is Tekken 3. Out of all the fighting games that came on PlayStation 1, they picked Tekken 3.
Tekken 3 is the best one.
Tekken 3. I've never
Tekken
played
3
Tekken 3.
is a wonderful Tekken game.
I mean, I'm not
even now.
I'm not gonna argue it's not, but
like honestly, me personally, I would have put it at number 3. That deserves to be a little bit higher.
All right, number 4 is Driver.
Yeah.
Y'all, either one of y'all played that? It was like kind of like
Nope.
It was kind of like Crazy Taxi, Need for Speed, and
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto.
okay, yeah.
That's what Driver was.
Yeah. That's at number 4?
Yeah, that's number 4. Number 3, Spyro Year of the Dragon.
I only played the remake. I only played the remake, so I don't know if that counts for me.
Oh, trust me, JR. The remake only built upon perfection. Jesus. Year of the Dragon is an incredible game. Even now.
Number 2 is Tomb Raider. And
that's fair.
I got a funny story for that. And then number 1 is Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot?
I don't know, man. That's pretty infuriating to put at number 1 because Crash Bandicoot it caused a lot of rage. It causes a lot of rage even now. So, but as we just talked about, some people like rage. So
like, I don't know if Crash should be 1. I know Crash is like the unofficial mascot for PlayStation. Well, once was, at least back in that time. But like, I don't know if Crash should be 1. Like, there's a lot of games on here. Out of these 10, I would put Tekken or Tony Hawk. Hell, freaking Metal Gear as number 1. Like, I don't know. Crash should be a little bit lower. I don't even know if it'd be top 5.
They did have the balls to make a commercial with Crash, basically with a megaphone, just talking shit to Nintendo, right in front of their building. I think that deserves some I think that needs to be factored in to some extent, but I don't know.
They were quite confident in their Bandicoot boy. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Twisted Metal was not on here. I think
Dog,
like,
dog, yeah, man. Like, where's my Twisted Metal? Like, freaking Fro has said in the chat. I'm 100% surprised that Final Fantasy VII wasn't on this list.
Yeah, that's surprising
Damn.
too. Jeez.
Damn, that's right. What the hell? I think they're talking about like PlayStation originals.
Well,
I think that was what they were, because I don't think Final Fantasy was like originally PlayStation.
Final Fantasy VII was originally.
7 was, yeah.
It was exclusive,
Like
but it wasn't like.
So here's what this is what they said in the beginning of this article of their list on Cultured. Launched in 1994 in Japan, 95 worldwide, few could have predicted the future success of Sony's PlayStation, which has become a cultural phenomenon, cementing a status as the first ever game console that sold over 100 million units. This system, which took 5 years to develop and has since spawned 4 further editions. But before the days of wireless controllers and online play or Call of Duty headsets, an entire generation was busy bashing away at the 32-bit system thanks to iconic titles such as, and then they name them, such as Gran Turismo, Spyro, Resident Evil. And then they asked, so which was or is the best PlayStation game of all time? Join us in our top 10 countdown. So like, it's not like original games or anything like that. I think they legitimately just picked these 10 games.
See, now that you mentioned Resident Evil, I'm surprised that wasn't on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strange.
I don't know. Do y'all? The chat hates this list.
It's a pretty bad list.
Chat hates this list. I'm seeing this.
This dumb seemed pretty biased.
But how do y'all feel about this list? Like, again, I'll run through it again. We got Tony at number 10, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 9, Gran Turismo 2, 8, Metal Gear Solid, 7, Crash Team Racing, 6, ISS Pro Evolution, 5, Tekken 3, 4, Driver, 3, Spyro Year of the Dragon, 2, Tomb Raider, and 1, Crash Bandicoot.
See, I wouldn't have told you about the list if I didn't like it. That's why I gave it to you. Because I saw like half the list and I was like, God, really? Like, I mean,
part.
I like Crash Bandicoot. I like Crash Team Racing. Both of those do not need to be on that list. Like, it needs to be one or the other. 2 Crash games on there is a bit much.
Man, this list is also saying the best PlayStation games of all time now, Isaac.
Yeah, no. No. Like, I agree with Tony Hawk. I agree with Spyro. I agree with Tekken. I agree with, I mean, I guess to a certain point, I agree with Crash Bandicoot, just certainly not at number 1. I do agree with Metal Gear. And then, I mean, that's like 5 of them. And the other 5, I would have thrown other things in there. Like, see how weird I am? I would have thrown that weird PlayStation 1 Spider game. No, it was just called Spider, where you played as a bionic tarantula or some shit.
No. Don't nobody know about that game but you.
I don't care what nobody said.
I vaguely remember him talking about it. I vaguely remember you talking about this.
Don't nobody know about that game but you, Isaac.
Jimmy knew about that game, and I think Noah knew about that game. I think. Because we talked about it, and then I went and listened to the soundtrack, and I was like, this game is great.
Yeah. If you had to pick
5 PlayStation titles. That's the best 5 PlayStation games of all time. What were the 5 you picking? Isaac.
Tekken 3.
And down in the chat down below, PlayStation 1 games only. Give me your 5 in the chat, and I'll read them off too.
Tekken 3, Spyro Year of the Dragon, for sure. Spider. Geez, what was that snowboarding game? Was it 1080?
SS Tricky?
No, that's Nintendo. That's Nintendo 64.
Oh.
1080 was Nintendo?
Yeah, it was Nintendo.
Okay. There was some snowboarding game on PlayStation. I can't remember what the name of it was. I can see it so clearly in my head. I wouldn't put the first Crash Bandicoot. I'd put Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, because Warped is the best one, in my opinion.
That's 3. Give me 2 more.
It's a lot harder than I thought. Geez, I'm trying to remember. Mega Man X5, I think it was. I really liked Mega Man X5. I would put that on there.
Was that PlayStation?
Yeah, I had it on PlayStation 1.
Okay.
Oh, damn. I'm getting ready to put 2 Mega Man games on there. And I don't know why people didn't like Mega Man 8, but I loved Mega Man 8. So I put Mega Man 8 on there. I have 2 Mega Man games. What does that say about me?
You like Mega Man.
Mega Man.
I love me some Mega Man.
JR. 5 PlayStation games.
I would not be any help with this because I've only played 1 PlayStation game in its entirety, and that was Metal Gear Solid. I've never played any other PlayStation games. Unless they were remakes. What?
He's pulling out the folder. Here we go.
Alright. Well,
Joe, you do yours.
I got at least 4 of my I got a thing full of games in here. Got a thing full of games. I got at least 4 of my favorite PlayStation 1 games of all time. Number 1, Mega Man Legends.
Yep, Mega Man Legends was great.
All right.
Mega Man Legends was awesome. Yeah, I'm looking through here real quick. Some of these are PlayStation 2 games. Can't show no PlayStation 2 game. Nope. Can't do that.
We can do that list another time. Because PlayStation 2 had some great games.
I could totally do that list.
Legends of the Dragoon.
Okay, yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Got all 4 discs of those. I don't know if it still work. Don't at me. Twisted Metal 4.
Of course, there it is. I knew that one was coming.
And I don't know if I got. Yeah, I don't got. I still got a freaking Game Shark. Game Genie over there. But another game, I would probably have to say it's a game called Sled Storm. Dog, I had so much fun playing that game. Sled Storm. And I'm gonna have to put Tekken on there. Either that or Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
Yeah, definitely. Because the weird thing was, like, I was thinking Tekken 3, but I just thought about Tekken Tag, the first one, and Tekken Tag was dope. I think Tekken Tag was on PlayStation 1, right? Or was that 2?
I think Tag was on 2.
I take it back then. It's still fun though.
All right, let me read into the chat real quick. Oh man, there's a lot going on. Dark Mike said, I'm old and I don't know about a spider game. See, don't nobody know about this game, Isaac. Don't nobody know about this game. Don't nobody know about this game.
Nobody knows about that toy car you were talking about. That shoot out that
Darth Mike. He was like Tekken 3, Twisted Metal, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Resident Evil. Frotastic has Final Fantasy 7, Pro Skater 2, Tekken 3, Tomb Raider, Metal Gear Solid.
All right.
Anthony Martin, Tony Hawk, GT2, Final Fantasy 7, insert fighter here. and he was like, how about Spider in that 5? Okay, he knows about the game. All right, he knows about it.
I told you.
He knows about it. But Frotastic said his personal 5 being favorite or like RPGs is Chrono Cross, which is solid. That's a good one. Final Fantasy Tactics. I hate Tactics, not gonna lie. Legend of the Dragoon. That boy has taste. Final Fantasy 7 and Xenogears. No. Anthony Martin has just said scratch the spider game for Tactics. He said Tactics.
Jeez. At least he knows what it is, though. That's a small victory.
You're right. All right, let's go ahead and end this show with one of these gotta go. And I'm going to post it in our chat. And I'm going to tell the wonderful viewers right now what one of these gotta go. So what one of these gotta go normally is it's a little fun game that we normally do sometimes. And what happens is I give them an impossible choice and they gotta pick one. And whatever it is, the other thing is gone, the form of man. rise, extra again. That's not how it is. That's not what happens, but I just started to go down that hole. So I'm gonna post it in the chat. And I'm gonna tell the wonderful, beautiful listeners here. So one of these gotta go. You got 2 choices. You have to delete Spider-Man from history, or you have to delete Batman from history.
That's an easy one. Sorry.
Isaac, which button are you pressing?
What the fuck did you just press?
This superhero is gone. They don't exist no more when you hit this button.
I hate to say it because I really liked his last movie that came out, but there ain't no way I'm getting rid of Spider-Man. So, think I'm getting rid of Spider-Man.
But then we wouldn't have Batman the Animated Series or Justice.
I'm sorry. I still have no way.
I'm taking
JR.
Everything into account.
Yes, you gotta take everything into account, JR. Who are you deleting?
Yeah,
who are you deleting?
Spider-Man is pretty dope, though. Fuck.
Uh-huh. And if you get rid of Spider-Man, you don't have the video game anymore. Mm-hmm.
I would still have Arkham series. Though.
Yeah, but then you'd have those tank battles that are awful.
I didn't mind the tank battles. I'm tired of pretending that the tank battles were awful.
The tank battles were terrible. What are you?
I had to bring it up.
Come on, JR. What are you picking? Who you picking?
What?
Come on, JR.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, get rid of Batman.
Batman? Dang, Batman is gone.
Batman.
Batman is gone. Let me read the chat real quick. We got.
I hate myself.
Thank you, Darth Mike. We try. He said it was a great show, guys. We try.
Thanks.
He also said Batman's gone. Straight up. Frotastic said Spider-Man. You can get out the chat, sir. Get out the fucking chat. You can get out the chat.
We don't tolerate people like that here.
But he said only because I like Batman's side characters more.
That's fair.
The Four Sopranos said Batman can get GTF. Oh. And then this man had said, Frotaxi said, I'll sacrifice Mysterio, Miles, and Peter for B-Taz. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. Anthony Martin was like, Batman. He was like, that's tough. Those Nolan films, Spider-Man. You remember the third Toby movie? Well, a little thing about me, and I don't like the Nolan films. So we taking that man Batman out. I got some Batman stuff, but I got so much Spider-Man stuff in the background. Aw, man, I can't delete that.
Another factor that I didn't say, there is a Puerto Rican Spider-Man, and I give so much respect for that. So
We do have that. Yeah. All right,
how many other Puerto Rican superheroes do you see around here? He was my only in. He was.
There's a Blue Beetle. There's a Blue Beetle.
Wait, Blue Beetle's Puerto Rican? I thought he was Mexican.
I mean, yeah, he is Mexican, but
he's exactly. We're not all the same.
Oh, nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
Out loud.
Anyway.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do got a point. You do got a point. You do got a point on that one, Fro. He said, hey, you said everything goes. My favorite thing about Spider-Man are Mysterio, Miles, and Peter. But if I keep Batman, I get to keep Batman the animated series. So that's been his choice. Yeah, I forgot about Kevin Conroy. He's a national treasure. He's the best Batman. But as I said, we like to thank y'all for joining us. Like, we're going to try to do this every Tuesday around 7 p.m. Eastern 7 time, around that time. It might, if it's later, that means we finally got our other two members back, Noah Flores Bloom and Jimmy Max. They're being family men right now, so they're holding it down right now. So that's why they're not here. But hopefully we'll get them on one of these streams. Thank you for joining and everything like that. And as we always say, show your attitude. You wonderful, beautiful nerd. Deuces.